It seems like in this world, there are basically two types of people. The ones who feel no higher purpose and the ones who do. The ones who do can further be divided into two. The ones who know what their callings are and the ones who are still wondering and searching. I feel my life has a higher purpose, which can only be maximized if I live it as intentional as possible. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Your Take, guys. And on today's episode, I have something really amazing for you guys. But before we proceed, kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified whenever I drop content. And please, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. So right now, let's get right into the video. Okay, so like I said earlier, I have something really amazing for you guys. So today, we're gonna be discussing calling/purpose. And on today's episode, I have something amazing, like I said earlier. I have guests on this show. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 amazing people are gonna be joining me to talk about this important topic. You guys, welcome to Your Take.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome. So I'll just allow you guys introduce yourselves because I feel it's best to introduce yourselves. So introduce yourself by telling us your name and what you do.
That's who's going first.
So who's going first? Let's do this, you guys. Ladies first. So Dami, you go first.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is DAMILOLA ODUSANYA. I'm an entrepreneur. I sell clothes, unisex, both male and female.
Yo, and I'm thenichoIaswillz. Nicholas Williams is my name. I don't know why I'm repeating that, but yeah. So it just stick it to your mind and all. So I'm actually a content creator and also a fashion designer, and I'm a life coach. So 3 occupations, 1 man.
Hey, I like that. Okay, who's next?
Hi, my name is Jon MINÉ. I'm a musician, a photographer, a civil engineer, and an entrepreneur as well. I try my best to make money. That's just it. So anything I feel like I can invest into, I can put my time into, I do it as long as it brings me money. So yeah.
Money man.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Justin.
Yeah,
Ben.
I was expecting that.
I'm a versatile entertainer. I'm an actor and more. Full stop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was deep. Okay, guys. So basically, like I said earlier, we're going to be discussing calling/purpose. And when you hear the term calling, what does it mean to you? What's your definition of calling? What's calling to you guys in your own terms?
So it's as it's said, calling. Everybody in this life has a certain thing they want to do. I feel like you can be called or you can make your call. So I can choose where I want to be or I can be chosen. So in terms of that, we can now break it down into divinity, we can all talk science and all those things. But yeah, as I'm a very, spiritual guy. So I believe in God and I believe in calling. So what I define is that everybody has a certain role they have to play that will serve generations and serve other people or themselves. So I feel like calling is just you achieving those things in life, in the life you live, making a name or a footprint in the sands of time.
Justin, what do you feel?
Great. Okay, I would say calling/purpose is the essence of being on earth. It's the reason. There's a phrase, there's always a reason for everything.
Yeah,
the fact that
definitely.
you were born, that reason is what's called calling, is what's called purpose. Yeah, that's it.
So that's it. Dami, what do you feel?
Okay, to be specific, I feel calling has to do with your abilities, your special abilities. It could be spiritual gift, it could be talent, it could be you. So it's left to you to find your purpose, know how to,
I totally agree with
to
you.
get your abilities.
Yeah, for me, calling, right? To me, I actually feel calling and purpose are different to me.
Okay.
Right? And I'm actually a spiritual person.
Okay.
If you don't mind. So, for me, I think calling is actually the strategy or channel that you could use to fulfill your purpose. Right? To me, that's what I just
Word.
So it's one thing to know your purpose. Purpose can be easily found, but the calling the channel of which you use to fulfill the purpose of your existence, the reason of your existence. They are two different things. So if you know that, it's actually going to be a big up. So to me, basically, that's what calling is.
Yeah. Wow, look at the people I brought on my show. You guys, like I used to say, or like I've said before, don't say I haven't done anything for you in this life. I've done something for you, and I'm going to keep doing things for you guys. So, guys, do you think everybody has a higher calling in life? You think in general everybody has a higher calling in life?
Certainly.
Okay, what's your reason, Justin?
See, with unapologetically, I'm a spiritual person too.
Everybody's a spiritual person.
And, you know, if you want to take it back from the book of Jeremiah, you know, when God was saying, before I formed you, I knew you. So God rates us.
Yes.
That's what we should know. There's a rating. So it's not left for you to discover that rating and follow accordingly.
Find your purpose.
Follow accordingly, because if you want to go by the Bible, to make you understand that everything has been predestined. So we are just living in destiny, but there has been a preparation for the happening, the correct happening. So there is a higher calling, a higher purpose for everybody.
Okay. To find it. Wow, Mine, what do you feel?
I agree, but you know, I'm just trying to make this general. But
Okay.
there are other people who would not, like they'll say, oh, I don't really believe in God and stuff like that, but I believe in God. But one thing I'd say is, life is like a grass field. You cut your way, you create your path to where you're heading to. So I feel like what major thing is that stands out when it comes to purpose and calling is, have you affected someone else's life? Can someone else say that this person was here, this person did this, achieved some certain things? So, like I said before, is that they're calling you or you're making the call? So I can choose today and say that I want to be the best footballer. And I naturally don't have the talent for it yet, but then I work towards it, I practice, and eventually I go above average, I become better.
Definitely.
Gradually. So I feel like, first of all, you need to affect someone's life and then achieve a certain standard which you've placed ahead of yourself. So it's like creating a path for yourself. So that's what I...
Okay, Dami, do you feel everybody has a higher calling in
In
life?
addition to what you said, I agree with what you said.
Okay.
So I feel you need to leave your comfort zone. You need to For
Yeah.
every reaction, there's an action. So, you know, you need to do something to get what
You want. Nicholas, over to you.
About higher calling, to me, on my own take, I really feel that God is not biased in the sense of rating one person more than one person. I believe that we are all equal. Your relationship with God is based on how you yield to the responsibilities that He gives you, right? So if God tells you that, okay, I want you to do this, or you could sense that this is what you want to do, and all of that, it doesn't mean that what God has told you to do is not right, or it's not big as well. It is. I believe that the reason why some people get intimidated when they see other people doing their own thing, doing their own calling, is because they are not seeing what they are doing as a big deal. But the person who created the manufacturer is certain that what he made you to do is exactly same thing. So the problem is that some people don't actually, they are not sure about it. So it makes them feel like, probably God just loves this person more than us.
So I want to just quickly
you're free to go on.
An analogy, for example, if you have this table and you see this handle here, a lot of times if you bring it outside of the table, it's basically useless. There's nothing you can use it to. So, but then the table itself has a purpose to place things on it, but this handle does not really do much apart from you being able to create a drawer and stuff and create more space. So, what I feel like you need to do is know where your ability lies, where you are effective, where people can say that this person is useful.
Wow.
So it might be that, okay, you are the person that sweeps the floor every morning for a certain place, or, you know, someone that gives or says good morning, just as little as, hi, good morning. Yeah. And then you can save someone's life, someone who wants to like be suicidal, that's good morning can save their life.
Definitely.
So, but people think that, oh, that's a little thing, it's not really much, but that
I feel you 100%.
Yeah, it
I
does
feel you
something
100%.
for, you know, different people. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to add to what he said.
All right. So you guys, you notice throughout this video, I'm going to keep staring at my phone because I have my questions typed out, so I don't forget. So you guys should not come for me, please. So guys, on to the next question. The whole point of our lives is to find our purpose and learn to live by it. Even those who feel completely lost in life have a purpose, but for various reasons, they face more difficulties in finding it and therefore may feel their life has no higher purpose. What do you have to say to these people?
Some people, they specialize on future, like future. Live in the present. Start from somewhere, do something, make a move, guess what you want.
Nicholas?
To me, I actually feel purpose is a journey. So it's not something that for some people they could say, I just woke up this morning and I got to know that this is what I want to do and all of that. But it's actually a journey, right? In as much as you could say or boast that, yeah, I actually know my purpose already, right? I know that this is what I want to do already. As you grow, as you see some certain things, as you are becoming more exposed, you realize that there's actually more to that thing that you were seeing there. So it won't be like because you got into another stage, then you'll be like, blessing my purpose don't change again, it don't change. Nah, it's not like that. So I just feel like it's a journey and you should enjoy the journey. You might not just get
enjoy the journey.
Right?
Wow.
You won't get it all together, it's just normal. Just enjoy the journey as time goes on. Yeah.
True.
But sorry, before you answer the question, Justin, do you feel it's easy to actually enjoy the journey?
No.
Process has never been.
I'm actually a victim of
never
this.
been
You
easy.
need to fall and rise.
Certainly.
Obstacles will come your way.
Man, that word sounds odd to me. Enjoy the journey.
All right, let me just quickly even say something.
Okay.
It's just like a fish swimming. So you can either, there's a parable that says a dead fish is the fish that goes with the current. So for you to know a fish is alive, it swims against the current where it wants to go. So this life that we are in, it has a system, like a certain system. You see, people wake up, the first thing they do, most people, is that they go to their phones. All those kind of things. There's a certain system, but for you to realize yourself, because that's basically what we're trying to do. Like we are a book, what we're just doing, we're just turning the pages of ourselves. So for you to realize yourself, you need to think about who you are. You need to think about the things that you do, and then how it affects you as a person. It's something that starts with the mind. You have to say, I want to do this. So if you don't do that, you keep repeating that cycle over and over again, and then you become the background actor, those backgrounds. So you have to choose that I want to be a lead character. Everybody can be a lead character in this life, but you can choose that or just be the background, because that's how you know you have a calling. Because everybody, the crazy thing about all this is that this system of people doing things the same way, acting the same way, even in fashion, you see everybody wants to look like a certain. So it's something that has been set in the minds from when you were even small. That I want to.
We feel like that's how it should be done.
That's how it should be done.
Yeah.
But people that that have stories to tell, those great people that we have put in our history books, they always have something in similar. They always stand out. Like even from like their childhood, you see that maybe they were weird. They call them names. They said that they were So these things people think is like, oh, something you have to go through. It's just a mindset. The moment you like remove yourself from the status quo, you become your person rather than just a person. You become my person, and you become your name. Like Bimbo, you become Dami. Nicholas, become Justin. I become Mine because if not, I'm just a normal regular person. Exactly.
You're just a regular person.
That is how you can find that calling, by coming out of that cycle that this life gives to us.
And to add to this, I would use personal experience. I wasn't brought up with a silver spoon. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but
I can relate.
Everything was fine.
I can
everything was good. I had aunties doing everything for me. But there was a point that we had to leave that comfort zone to squat with my uncle who had I think 2-bedroom. So imagine a family of about 6 now squatting with the uncle. And that's the best part of my life. I call it the Akpata experience. Like people
Mad.
That if you don't show me where it's Sabi.
I feel you. I feel you 100%.
I left. I was just a regular boy from when I was born to 2005 because this was that period, and things I started seeing. I noticed, okay, 3 square we don't reduce to 2, from 2 reduced to 1. Okay, but I was still young. I wasn't up to 10 at the time. But when we now moved in 2006, and this area na ghetto, na bully,
I can relate.
it was like the tallest building in that community, and okay, things started. All right, so like be. Now I don't have my aunt had to go to their own spaces because now we are now squatting. You get now we can't fetch water. And there's no water in the community. If you know Akpata exists, I don't know about now whether they don't do borehole. You got to fetch. You pay for tab. You have to pay to fetch water for that time. 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira, and it was not downstairs. We're living upstairs. So now this process, in this period was when I'll say that forming. When a child is a fetus from a fetus. That was when that forming was happening for me. And I would say in that same period of 2005 and 6, I will use the word I found God. Because if I am talking about myself, the God factor is always prominent.
It has to be there.
To be very honest.
Yeah, it has to be there.
And I would say we left where we used to worship to a new place, and I noticed that okay, I can do this thing. I can do this thing. I can do this thing effortlessly. And at that point, it was like I had it clear, and it was putting a smile on people's face gives me joy. That's happiness for me, and there's always a channel to pass to share this happiness. And what's it? I discovered I could effortlessly make people happy, acting, singing, dancing, and I built around these walls into primary school. I left primary school, music, choir master, dance leader, drama president, and it built on. And the good thing is, you tend to discover more, just like you said earlier on. You used to say, I think it was, I know I can do a lot of things when it comes to entertainment, but I look forward to avenues, opportunities to express it. And it was a few weeks ago I had, I was opportune to host a red carpet, and it was. I know I can do this thing, but when you realize it happen, I was like,
you just have to.
Okay, bro, we're in for this. Let's go.
I feel you.
So there has to be a change. Be it location, be it you living that comfort zone that you feel life is all right, everything is okay. If you want to follow stories of top comedians, they'll say now
push them,
push us to find what we go use. Arrange our life. There's always a drive. Find that drive, feed on that drive, build on that drive, and it is in that place of leaving your comfort zone that you find that purpose. Sometimes for most people that are not the spiritual people, when you give yourself time to be with yourself, break out. Because whispers, when you are aware everybody, you will not hear where. And you don't even need to be a spiritual person.
Right.
No, that's the thing. And funny, if you want to look at all the people that God has used, they didn't have spiritual backgrounds.
Most of them
didn't have spiritual backgrounds, but they heard the voice. So it's the thing of the mind.
Some people call it instinct.
Instincts, of course, that's the word. Instincts. They call it instincts, and it comes from within. And when you pick, you can't pack everything at once. You pick, just like when you're feeding a child, you can't be using basia to be able to touch your phone. No. There has to be a small spoon. Gradually, before you know it, it increases, and that's how you maximize purpose. Finding
That's
it,
the word.
then making adequate use
Of it.
that thing
Like you said.
you found. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Justin. That was such
So really
a long answer, and I know this, what you just said is going to encourage somebody out there, and I really cannot wait for this episode to do what it is meant to do. So for people who feel they need to do something bigger than them, but do not know what it is specifically, and have been trying to figure it out, what do you have to say to them?
People who feel like you have something in your heart that, oh no, this burden is just so much, I'll use burden. I just feel like I'm supposed to be doing something big.
Yeah.
Actually, it's because you are supposed to do something big.
Actually.
That's why you are having the feeling, because you wouldn't be having the feeling if you're not supposed
Yeah.
to do something big.
Yeah,
So
you're
it's
right.
now your job to search through. I love something Joseph Bird said. He said, enjoy being with yourself. Stay with yourself till you discover who you really are. Because it's really
that's
important. And Mine said something earlier. He said something about there's just this belief that some certain people are that gets to limit them. You know, you said something about being the lead. Make sure that you're different. I feel like sometimes in that process when people want to be the lead and all of that, they just say, okay, yes, I'm going to be the first in this place. It's not a bad thing to be the first. You also mentioned something about background. But the truth is that there are some people that will work in the background.
Yeah, actually.
You know,
actually.
the cameraman who is videoing us right now said something very intriguing. He said, my purpose and calling is actually to be at the background. If he
behind
wasn't
the camera.
doing that, who is going to be videoing us right now?
Exactly.
So actually, we all have different parts to play. Because you are at the background doesn't mean that you are not peculiar.
You're the best
unique.
background.
That is.
The best background.
Come on. Preach.
Let's just sit.
So, Dami, what do you have to say to this?
Personally, I feel like you have to pray first. Pray for
The
guidance.
God factor
Talk to
again.
the Holy Spirit to guide you. Then you need to meditate, like they both said. You need to meditate, talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Like I personally like to like be alone sometimes. Sometimes I just chase my sister out of my room, please. I want to be alone. Because that sometimes embodying can hinder your thinking.
Yeah.
Be alone, meditate,
To
think
gain
about what to do,
clarity.
strategize. Sometimes
Yeah.
if you have to write it down. Sometimes if you need to talk to somebody, talk to them.
It's about
Exactly.
Talk to somebody about it. So, and speaking about religious something, when I asked you to pray, I'm not saying that you should just pray and say that, okay, whatever, since I've prayed about this, I'll just do it. No. Sometimes when you pray, you feel like, okay, the Holy Spirit has spoken to me. Sometimes it's not the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, sometimes actually.
Sometimes not the
Actually, it's not always the Holy
So you need to be
Spirit.
careful.
Yeah.
Think, use your brain, use your number 6.
Something that I believe that God has already given us is our mind.
Yes.
So for us, if you want to address a lion now, what do you know a lion for? What is his defensive mode? When he roars, right? His claws, right? And when you want to address some certain animals, their defensive mode, you know them already. But we as men, our defensive mode is our mind and our brain. So whenever God speaks to us, God speaks to us, He tells us to do something and all of that, but He has given us the mind. So for you to be logical, for you to also know that, God gave me this thing, but let me brood on it as well, because He works with your mind.
Yeah.
The mind is very cunning.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to just quickly add something to
Yeah.
what they said. And the reason why I'm saying this is because not everybody viewing this are Christians. There are different aspects to religion. But one thing I know for certain is that human beings, we are more than the eye see. It's like our thinking, our mind has its own dimension.
Yeah,
Like
true.
the way we do things, like our physical bodies, they are limited, but our minds are so unlimited that we can think about almost anything.
Yeah.
So that alone is a fact that we are destined for more. So in line to this, because I'm a spiritual person as well, if you have someone who created you, who has, giving you all these things, He knows how to direct you. He knows how to order you in the way to go. But people can achieve it yourself. I cannot say that because not all Christians. There are people who are not Christians that have made it in life. People who are not Christians.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
are
I was
making
going to
it.
talk about
the
that.
reason why is because there are procedures in this life. There are
Yeah.
things that, proper
Principles.
principles that in life that if you follow it, you will succeed.
Exactly.
There's no like downtime to it. If you study hard, you pass your exam. If you work, if you hustle, you make money. So that's just it. So if you want to get out of that cycle, you first need to understand who you are, believe in yourself, because there's this thing where you can say that I'm great, but then once affliction comes, you just run away.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you
exactly.
sure?
Am I sure? So you have
maybe not.
I don't think I can do this.
Exactly. I don't think I can do this. So even if the things are looking so difficult and they're looking so unachievable, you're still saying I can make it. I can make it
That's
one
the
step
spirit.
at a time. So
Actually,
when you do this, you are also increasing yourself, because human beings, we are made of IQ, EQ, and AQ, which is
okay, let's go.
the AQ is
Lecturer Mine. I'll be easy professor.
adult quotient is going through something and still maintaining your sanity. Like there are people who have gone through like different difficult scenarios, but they can still say I am who I am. So those things build you. Exactly. So those things build you and they help you like form character.
Yes.
And then you are able to stand out wherever you go. So that's just what I wanted to add to what he said.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Justin.
But, like this thing is hitting his entry. Like, you know, just to add to what he said, when you have that feeling that what you're doing is supposed to be bigger in capacity, I would say find someone to talk to. Because believe it or not, we can't do everything by ourselves.
I feel you 100%.
We need people, not anyhow people. That's where mentorship comes to play. You need to look for someone, because the truth is we cannot do everything by ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need someone you can confide in. You need someone you can talk to. Okay, I feel there's a feeling that this is what I should do, but I don't know. The vision is not clear. It's not just, it's not coming. What do you think? And it has to be the right people.
Yes.
And finding the right people is another difficult thing.
Actually.
But the truth is, there's always someone close by that is willing to hear you and also talk to you about it. There's always, see, in as much as no, I this one with the look for the one close by first.
Talking about what you just said, I think I actually have a problem with sharing my shit with people. Like I don't feel safe telling people my even the people you think okay, they are the right people to.
You don't have to let out all the information now. You don't have to let out anything. You can just give my things.
Actually, that's where wisdom comes to play too. Because if you are seeking counsel from someone, to some extent you feel, okay, this is this kind of person. You have to filter your words. In as much as you want clarity to the things you want to do, but there's just a way you present it. It's just like a pitch. If you are pitching to a company, you will not tell them everything that you want to do.
I feel you.
You just give them surface and
I feel you 100%.
the surface is like this. Okay, we can buy into it. So I think mentorship is something that you need to you need to find someone to mentor you. Actually, find someone to mentor you, and you never can tell.
Can I just quickly add something to what he
Okay, sure.
Life has, like, technology has made things a lot easier.
Yeah, true.
Like, you don't necessarily need to speak to someone physically to get like info from them.
Some setting.
The truth is, for everything for every path we're walking right now, someone has walked through it.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
and most of them, they've either recorded it in books or in videos and stuff like that. So
Wow,
what
yeah,
happens
I feel
is that your mentorship might not necessarily be someone around you, but it can be your book. And that book is the mind of someone who existed, who walked that path.
Yeah.
So, but also, it's good to speak. It's good to speak to people generally, because when you speak, you also get a better understanding of the things that you're saying. So, even if you're not necessarily bringing all your problems to somebody, have like a circle. a circle of people that you discuss. When you guys discuss, you guys share like minds, points of views. So that from there, you still pick what you want and then come to your own conclusion and what works for you. So
let me add something.
yeah.
So
I'm loving this.
you know, some people, they are too religious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll be like, let me go and confide in my pastor.
No. Okay, you just reminded me of one thing now. You know, so, I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but somehow I feel like people don't really get my perspective, like where I'm coming from. So I feel like your own view to whatever I might be wanting to seek your advice for might be different due to how you perceive that stuff. So in that case, don't you think there will be problem?
It's still up to you because these guys are just giving you like a different point of view. Just like if you have an object, this is the way she sees it, this is the way he sees it, like that.
Yeah.
So they're just telling you how they see it. It's still your choice
To decide.
Yeah, to decide. So you can pick some things out of it and then
That's the word.
Just pick a few things from here and there and make your own design because it's still your work.
Yeah, it's just like someone who is aspiring to be a fashion designer, and you have likes like the Prada, the Louis Vuitton, Linden. Now, you see their designs, you have a picture in your mind. Their designs are mind blowing.
Yeah,
But the thing is, there's a little detail in that design that you could just pick. A little detail in this design that you can pick. Pick.
And then
together. You form your own brand.
Yeah, true.
That's how it works. It's not everything because everybody has their lane.
Yeah, it's not really
everybody in this life. As you have come to this life, there's a thing you have come for something special, spectacular. No doubt.
We have a purpose.
And the fact that this thing you are in it, you need to understand that copying somebody is not you are living the script totally.
Yeah, true.
Because people tend to look up to somebody and
So
totally
much.
become this person.
Yes.
And
So
you are living
much.
like somebody have achieved his own. He's living his own dream. He's living in his world. You are no, this is the person I want to be. This is the person I want to be. And you now form your life to the point that you build your body structure to the person's shape. No, why did you come to this hair?
Like the suction.
No, tell me.
I mean.
You were to copy somebody. Everybody are built in their own capacity.
Yes.
Find it.
Find it. Everybody, like Mr. Justin Ben said, find it. So now to the next question. Every human definitely wants life to make meaning, yeah? How do we achieve this? Okay.
I'm a spiritual person, of course, and the truth is that you can't really find a meaning as to what life is if you don't receive what the Creator who created you is talking about. What He has created you for. Like, no matter how I hear people say, oh, this and that and all of it. I understand that there are not people who are not believers, right? But the truth is that the truth is still the truth.
Yeah, sure.
Right? You cannot, if your Benz car for instance has a problem, you could say, you have an opportunity to give the people, the manufacturer, and you have an opportunity to give a roadside mechanic who might just spoil your car and get it wrong. And you know cars like Benz, those Japanese cars are very, very sensitive and all of that. And you just can't give a rule. Will you choose? You have the opportunity to choose. Will you choose to give the roadside mechanic?
Of course not.
You won't choose. Why? Because you have an opportunity to give the manufacturer. And that makes the car making meaning again. Even if it was dead, they could resurrect it back. So it's still the same way. If you want life to make meaning, your life to make meaning, you have to make a manufacturer of that life to actually know how he wants it to be. Right? It's true that people can be successful without meeting the manufacturer. Because the truth is that we have a father who is not biased. If you follow principles, it's actually going to
You are going to be successful, no matter what.
Because the truth is that not every believer is actually influencer today. Right? I was telling somebody some days ago that influence is very important for we believers to get there. Because there are so many unbelievers that we used to say we want to change them, but we're not striving to be there. So the thing is that we have to really learn how to meet the person, the manufacturer who actually created his own product, because nobody knows the product better than the manufacturer. So no matter the wealth that people who are outside are getting without the help of the manufacturer, it's because they are simply following principles, and principles will always work. Even the creator of those principles can't say, I'm not going to bless you because you are not following me. No. So if you follow principle, it's going to work for you. But regardless of how you might be good, you might be successful, something is missing. You're not listening to the manufacturer. You could use your mind and all of that. It will work for you because that's your defense mode. But even you, deep down your heart, you will know that something is actually missing. It's the truth. That's why you see I've heard so many great men died, and just before they died, or some weeks or some days, or even the day before they died, they actually said, if there's something I missed in this life, is I've attained everything and all of that, is the fact that I didn't actually have this phase of my life, this having a relationship with God, having a relationship with the maker of my life, right? So if we should be sincere with ourselves, not trying to be religious or anything, you really cannot make life meaningful if you are not speaking to the manufacturer. You could make it meaningful to your own sense. It could look good to the people, because I feel like success is personal. So many people
Yes,
see
actually,
as
success is personal.
right?
Yeah,
So some people can say being successful is actually wealthy. Being purposeful is actually when you have money. Is when you are famous. But that's not it.
That's what people go say.
money no dey give happiness.
Is it true?
Yeah. Okay.
There are so many mysteries hidden in this life.
Like,
From
bro.
So life basically, yes, is very spiritual.
I'm telling you.
If I can say something, there's one major thing I know that stands out through history. That shows distinction with people is the amount of love they give. So you might have all the money in the world, and on your dying breath, you can't say, "Oh, this person loves me," or people around you. So that's one major thing almost everybody thinks about. Like,
true.
Who is actually sincerely weeping for my death? Like, who wants me to still be here? So the truth is, all the mysteries you find them in God. But if we if that's the thing, God is not biased.
Exactly.
He brings everything out so that we can all know. Love is a very key. So if you have money, if you see you see a beggar on the road, he does not have much, but you see this beggar giving what he has to people. And at the end of the day, he lived a much more meaningful life than someone who was living in the highest skyscraper. So because when he dies, you see people like, oh my God, this person died. And that's the meaning of life. The meaning of life is so that you can, exist in, just not in the physical realm, but in the minds of people. So
In the minds of people.
yeah, so
wow.
we are meant to be eternal. Like you see people like Michael Jackson. What made him stand out? What made this guy stand out? Like, he was really good in his music, but then he touched a certain emotion in most people that they would cry. You see people, oh my God. And he's always and now I would say he's still existing because
he is
in the minds
actually
of people that like, oh my God, this guy is a legend. And that is the purpose. At the end of the day, they said that he was owing money. What's his business? He lived his life. He's still a legend till now, even if his family goes bankrupt, his name is still mentioned in history.
I'm telling you, bro.
What I would say is how you can get to have meaning in life is that you have to have an effect on someone's life positively. Like make your existing, let it affect somebody. Let someone be aware that
you live.
Exactly. Let someone be aware. So even if it's as little as these things, you can have. You're just saying good morning. How are you? Are you okay? Those little things. Let people understand that. Oh yeah, there's a meaning to it.
Let people feel you when you're absent.
Because life is basically a combination of emotions, and that's what makes us different than animals. Because you see, animals can die anytime, any day, and that's it, they're dead and gone. There will be another animal. Or human beings, what makes us different is that we have emotions. We think deeply, we understand that, okay, there is pain, there's hurt, there's love. So when you express yourself, your emotions, when you express that part of you, you exist forever, because that's how you can now impute it into the things you do, into your music, into your fashion, into your book writing, anything. So your emotions make you stand out, and they give you this kind of eternal state where everybody, each generation can pick something from you. So
Justin, how do you feel we can achieve a meaningful life?
I totally agree with Nicholas. I agree with Mina.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you wake up and you just have a feeling to pick up your phone. Hi people, what's up, how are you? Hope you're fine. And you just post. Now, as funny as nonsense as that may be to you, it is meaningful to someone.
Yeah.
I tell you.
100.
I tell you 100%.
See, till tomorrow, it's one day, probably an event, they'll be like, do you know that thing you posted that day?
Helped me.
Do you know how
To
it
be
helped
honest,
you?
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
actually very.
You really can't tell.
Yeah.
It's just follow the leading. Now, those that are not spiritual will say the mind.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you know, but it's more than that.
Yes.
It's more than that. But we will use the word intuition. Nah, but still, it's more than that when you experience the maker. Okay, so it comes with the flow, and go with that flow. Do not, because people are saying, no, I'm not sure I am useful. Because they are limiting themselves.
Yes.
There is more. See, I keep saying a lot of us have not really explored our full potentials. We have not. It's just we are just at the tip of it. The more we keep pushing to discover more, we'll find out that, wow, okay.
There's a logic.
I could, you know that feeling when you tell yourself, I could actually lift this table with one hand, but your consciousness is, this is bigger than one hand.
How can you do that?
But it's a thing of the mind. When I discover that our minds are one powerful tool, it's as powerful. You know how you can not meet somebody for the first time, somebody just the same way someone will chat you up on social media, and you guys get talking. First 2 days or even the first day of talk, you'll be like, so I don't sabi myself for like 5 years.
Yeah, I feel you.
That is how much you can actually impact lives. You necessarily don't have to know them.
Yeah, true.
You just have to be yourself. Originality.
Yeah.
It sells you. See, when you are yourself, life is meaningful.
When you are yourself, life is meaningful.
Yes.
I hope you guys do.
When you are yourself, life is meaningful because you're living this life to become something, to become this person that you have always pictured. And in that way, you are affecting someone else's life.
Yeah.
So when you limit yourself, now there's this thing that, growing up, your blessings is not just for you, it's actually attached. There's a channel.
Yeah.
So if you limit yourself, how much more? The people. You're limiting millions of people.
Yeah.
So stop holding back. And life becomes meaningful that way.
Dami, how can we achieve a meaningful life?
Okay, first of all, let me ask you guys. Do you think life has a definition?
No, actually, it's what
Everything that has happened today was.
So it's left to you to define it.
It's left to define.
Mostly when some people die that you know that, okay, you defined your life, they will start saying, okay, this person did this, that person did that. So to answer your question, I feel like if you want to have a meaningful life, it depends on what you've done. Like there was this thing that you said something about talking to people. I think maybe you I can't remember. Like saying good morning. Yeah. So there was this thing I did on Instagram. I was so shy. You know, Instagram is like all these aesthetic people, all this shakara, something. So I was like, okay, let me just do this. So I posted on my story. I said, if you guys need to talk, if you're going through something, I think I need someone to
Yeah,
talk
I did that.
to. Please just
one
enter
time
my
like
DM.
that.
And I swear, a lot of people texted me. I was surprised. And I was so proud of myself. I was like, God. I told God, I said, God,
This
thank
life.
you. Like, you know, like if you want to also add meaning to life, like it depends on what you've done, like I said. Like, winning souls too is part of what.
And can I quickly
So I was
add
like,
to
God,
what
thank
you
you.
said? Can I quickly add? And those people might have been longing to just pour their mind to someone.
Yeah.
And then that was just a great opportunity for them to just let
Another
it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get.
So I spoke to them and I was so relieved. Even me myself, I was relieved that God,
Fulfillment.
I did this. I was happy. So like that's like one of the ways, winning souls, doing things. You don't have to have money before you can add into someone's life.
I won't even lie, I'm guilty of that myth. Is it a myth or something? That you have to have money to live a beautiful life. I know, of course, we need money now. But
Unnecessary.
Definitely.
money is necessary, but money is not everything.
Yes.
Right?
It's
Am I
not
right, you
essential,
guys?
but
Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, so that leads us to the next question. I believe life does come with a blueprint for success. Now, for people who have made mistakes and feel like they cannot meet up or cannot achieve their callings due to those mistakes they've made in the past,
Yeah.
what do you have to say to these people?
Can I say something?
Okay, let's go on.
This is really interesting because
Yeah.
I would that made me also have a spiritual body. So I was doing So I was doing a study on Hebrews 4, and then it spoke about today, if you hearken unto my voice and do not harden your heart. So it said something. God created a day, calling it today. So do you know that we never see tomorrow, and we can never live in yesterday. So we're always living in today. So today kind of has like an eternal kind of characteristic where there's today, tomorrow. When you get to tomorrow, it becomes today. So today like that, and it continues like that. God is the one that's perfect. God is the one that does not make mistakes.
I know, right?
The reason why there's a reason why babies have to fall before they start walking. Because they didn't know how to use their bodies. The mistakes begin to reduce. You begin to have like more alignment in the things that you want to do. So eventually it fades away. We have to live in today rather than yesterday. So,
A lot of people are guilty of this.
Yeah. I actually like.
A lot of people.
I tell people, I say I'm a man of no regrets.
Really?
Not because I am perfect. No, honestly, because going back, this thing what I do. It's draining. It's draining because this thing has happened. You cannot rewrite it by keep talking about it, keep thinking about it. You cannot rewrite it.
Yeah.
The best is, bros, I know say it don't happen, but you know go
gonna
happen.
happen.
I move. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. Because see, if you keep our mind can actually live tomorrow.
Yes. So
Yesterday has happened. Do you still want to stay in that yesterday or live today and picture tomorrow? That's because all the mistakes that happen don't pass.
yeah.
Think about it. You're in a new phase. You're in a new beginning.
New beginning.
Sun don't go, moon don't come out, sun, and you are still, I messed up in the past. Don't share, no. Am I worthy? You are worthy of everything because the fact that you are human, you're bound to make mistakes.
Oh my God, I'm loving this
You
episode
see,
so much.
It's just like from the Bible we know we're created by dust. And now dust, think about it. There's always a stain with dust. And it's still this same dust or sand builders need to mount edifice. You know, think about it. Why would you use this thing that has stain? Why not use something that's all fresh? Just imagine you're using foam to build the house. How far are you now? But if they had to use something that is modern, nothing good comes out from something good. There's always a place of shittiness, of bad, fuck up. That's where it's from. Because if, just imagine like I'm a pregnant woman, there's a process, okay? And remember the first 3 months is not always the best month for them.
Yeah, true.
Like, you know, my mom, I saw 5 of my younger ones. It's not always the best month. But will you say because the first 3 months, you not be like, I'll pay my young No. But because you have a picture of this child, now my future.
No matter what.
This child is something, this will give me that affluence, will give me that thing that I am looking for. But even, see, there is no child by mistake, baby. Let me tell you it.
Yes,
you've had a child that at your teenagehood or your youthful age, so-called there is no husband or anything, and you're looking down yourself, pick yourself up and move. Everything happens for a reason. And until you come to the understanding that there is a reason for everything,
for those
you
mistakes.
will keep living in the past.
Justin.
I really feel like this is a very sensitive stuff, right? Because I really feel like a lot of people out there are actually going through one thing or the other, and that's the reason for their limitation. That's the reason why they are not doing some certain things that they know they are supposed to be doing. And if you are watching this and you are in that position, don't worry.
You are not left out.
You can't tweet, baby.
He said things about
You can't tweet, baby.
What I'm just going to say, I'm going to buttress for what he said. He said something about, okay, before I said that, the truth is that yesterday is gone. Today is the only chance that you have to make it meaningful. Right? Tomorrow is not promised actually. Right? So today is the day that you could actually say, yeah, I could actually do this thing again. He mentioned something and that it really dawned on me. He said in Hebrews, the word actually said, if you will hearken today.
Yes.
That's a message already. That today, if I decide that this past, I'm not going to let it get to me. Right? I used to be this kind of person, sincerely speaking. I used to be that kind of person in the past. I used to make it get to me. Whenever something happens to me, I just feel like, I'm a ministry person, right? There's a particular time in my life that I was really doing stuff, go for crusades, minister, do all of these things. It was really fascinating for me myself doing those things because I was going through hell that time. Right? I was making mistakes back to back. Like not in that thing now. People were seeing the outward part. They're like, Nicholas, you're doing this. Wow, this is so amazing.
Yeah, but they don't do that. You're
the applause and all of that were so sweet to get. But deep down inside, I made that, God, are you doing this to punish me? I keep making all of these mistakes. And people are looking at me outside as one very perfect person. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's not like that. You just have to really start looking at your past mistakes as a scar. Those scars, look at those scars as what is making you, the making of you. Right? That's because till you start seeing it this way, there's really no more change that will happen. Till you start seeing those scars as something that can help you be a better person. You're really not going to make use of those past in a good way, like you said. Right? I got to a point in my life when I begin to, when I make mistakes, like you said, I'm a man of no regrets. Just the friend said that. I begin to, whenever I make a mistake, I still said it today when I was on a call. I said, man, the devil has always tried to play the card of guilt tripping, because whether we like it or not, the devil likes guilt. That's the way he tries to get to men. So he has always tried to play the card of guilt tripping to me, but he couldn't play the card. Because I have moved back. Once it was yesterday, once it was 2 minutes ago, I'm gone. To be honest. And that's it. So begin to see when those mistakes happen, even if it is somebody else's mistakes, they made a mistake for you to actually learn from it. So for you to make the same mistake is quite insensitive. So for you to see somebody's mistake and say, I still want to make that mistake, it's insensitive.
Foolishness remarks.
Exactly. So begin to look at your scars as something that is making you to become a better person, and it will actually help you.
Dami, over to you.
So, okay, do you know that some people, they don't know that they're making, some people don't have sense. Do you know? That they can't even know that they're making mistakes. You need to realize first that you're making a mistake.
It's when everything does scatter.
Yes, I don't fuck up. I don't fuck up.
I'm serious.
Actually. So don't just say because you made a mistake that you cannot achieve your calling or you cannot. No, that's wrong. According to John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have an everlasting life. So once you believe in the gospel, that's the birth, the death, the burial, the ascension, the resurrection, everything. Once you believe, you are saved. You don't have to do it. You don't have to pay. You don't have to start because your works cannot save you. You being a good person, you are giving beggar money. You are helping this one. That one cannot save you. Depends on it's grace. It's grace. So just believe that okay, Jesus exists. Abi, Jesus died for me. Jesus lived, died for me, did everything. Just believe. Once you believe and you pray, you know that okay, I believe in this person. Let me pray because Jesus is like he intercedes for us when we pray. Yeah. So we have to believe him first. Once you believe and you accept him, you're good to go.
So can I add something to it? I just want to let you know personally that you're actually worth it. Yeah. Stop taking into your heart that I'm actually God, I'm not worthy. If he called you that you are worthy, so why are you feeling that you are not worthy? If the person who created you told you that you are worthy of these things, so why are you thinking to yourself that you are not worthy? It means that you are being prideful of what he has said. You don't believe it.
Yeah, you don't.
So try as much as you are worthy. So stop believing that I'm not worthy of this, that's why I'm not going to move further. Don't make it be a limit for you. Instead, feast on it and make it become a good edge for you to succeed and be a better person.
Oh, more. You guys.
Great.
Wow, I'm speechless. I'm so happy I have you guys on this. Like, I'm really, really excited, and I'm happy. I feel like I made the right choice by, bringing you guys on my show. So to the next question, are you guys of the opinion that not having an idea of what you're meant to be in life leads to depression?
Well, you see that when that question came, everybody see, there's this saying growing up, and it still makes sense till tomorrow. You say, a life without Christ is filled with crisis.
Period.
Man of God.
You know,
Preach, pastor.
Preach.
And it's not about being religious. Now, the thing is, now let me tell you the truth. Know God for yourself.
Yes. So you guys, I want you to know that this episode is not religion based. We are just trying to, let out our perspective. And as you can see, the people I brought on the show are people of the same faith. So if you are not a Christian, that doesn't mean you should stop watching this episode. Please continue. Your personal relationship with God is what is what matters. Please.
So it is very, very possible to not find purpose and be depressed. I think that's the question, right?
Yeah, that's the question.
And it's also possible to find purpose
and still be depressed.
Especially in the early stage of the process, even in the middle stage of the process. But the fact that there is still process, it is possible. There's possibility. But see, it's still, aside the God factor, which is very important, the people around you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, see, if you're picking friends, there's this saying, use toothpick, no use spoon. Because, and another thing is family.
Yeah. Plays an important role.
The factors these people play, if there's one thing I've enjoyed so far, is family. My family are my strongest and biggest fans, and they're also my biggest critics. And if you surround yourself with people who genuinely love you, and not because of what they see, and now mind you, there are friends that are around because this person has potential. If I go to the person,
if he helped my life,
increase my own. They follow join. Those are other friends.
Yeah.
And they are friends that if there's no brake light, if there is nothing, come rain, come sunshine, we gather
with
there.
you, yeah.
We gather, these are people you should keep in your circle. People that will just wake up in the middle of the night, probably they went to pee and they just had that feeling of, hey bros, hey, Mine, what fun now? Are you fine? I know you'll be sleeping, but I just want you to know that when you wake up, everything will be fine. It goes a long way.
It goes, actually.
Because you cannot run away from reality. And reality comes with, the depression comes with reality.
Yeah,
but it's
actually.
left for you to decide, do you want to go down this lane? Because when you surround yourself with people that genuinely love and care for you, when you are trying to go down that lane, they will notice. There are people that notice normal phone call, now they soon accept.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what's wrong? I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay.
Oh gosh.
And if there's my friends, if there's one thing I ask over, I can ask more than 5 times. Are you okay? Now, if you are sensitive, there are levels to the answers. I'm fine. It goes lower. I'm fine. And you be like, are you okay? Sora's okay. When you have those kind of friends, it is rare and it is sweet.
Yeah, actually.
Because and if it's siblings that are also sensitive to your kind of person, and you wake up in the morning and you're all, I feel like, I know this is not my brother, this is not my sister, this is not my friend. What's wrong? When you have these people around you, when you're going down that lane of depression, there are people that help you retrace your step and try to remind you of who you are. And help you believe in yourself, because it all starts with you. And if you lose yourself, you've lost it. So it's surrounding yourself. Aside, the God factor is very important. Very, very important. And coupled with the God factor, the people you surround yourself with. Yeah.
Let me just say something to what you said. Life is, to me, people say it's to collect, but I feel like the more you give, the more you are able to understand. See, if a cup can only, if you put water in the cup and you leave it for a long time, it becomes stale and it begins to smell. Or you leave it, if you keep in a bowl or something, it becomes stale. But the more you empty yourself, the more you are allowing yourself to be renewed with like more things. So there's one thing I do, which I learned worked for me, especially when it comes to depression. Whenever I feel depressed, it's either I'm broke or most of the time. Because I am broke, or maybe someone I cared about, just kind of,
they just fuck up.
They just do me somehow. I'm like, maybe. So those kind of things. But what I do in those periods is that even with the little I have or what I'm feeling, I try to love more. I try to give more. So I'm feeling like I'm shit. I'm feeling like I'm this, but I tell somebody I love you. You are worth it. You are able to achieve your goals. Although I'm struggling with mine.
It's a message in a message.
So what's happening is I'm removing myself from the state of pity. I'm no longer pitying myself because I'm helping somebody. Although I'm struggling, I'm seeing that I'm the light for someone else. True. So that also now gives me more ginger, like, okay, I can do this. Since I'm telling this person believes, why can't I believe my own word?
Yeah, true.
And I stand up and I'm like, okay, there's no need for me to be depressed.
Yeah, I can relate with you. 100%.
Yeah, like that money is a serious issue, because sometimes you just be broke. Like,
bro!
you think about how you were bullying the previous month and how you. But now you're like, honorary Gary, I want to drink.
Oh my.
Guys,
Look at my life.
But I just, and like you said, having a family or friends, people that are concerned about you is very needed. But the only way you can actually have that is when you are a support system to them. So when you're a support system to them, they automatically become a support system to you. So if I'm like down financially, I have one or two people like, OG Alpha, your guy they down, and they'll be like, my guy Alpha. Because when they know that they are down, they know that I'm there for them as well. So it's like a give and take kind of thing. If you are feeling depressed that you're not achieving something, try to give more. Try to bring up someone, try to push someone up, because the time you do that, you are giving yourself space to be dragged up as well. So that's just what
Amazing. Nicholas.
Actually, so I'll say my answer, realistically speaking, to that question is, yeah, you could get depressed if you don't know purpose. Now let me just paint an analogy. For instance, just picture this. For instance, you are going to Zamfara, one of these Hausa states, for the very first time, and you are driving by yourself to that place, right? You've never been there before. You are using Google Map, right? And then Google Map has guided you to a certain extent, and you got into a bush in the night, right? And you realize that the place that Google Map carried you to is in front of a stream, inside a bush. How will you feel?
Bro.
You lost now. Bro.
You life. You don't call me where I'm going. Hey, you get it.
Bro.
So that's the same way it is when you're running in life without a direction.
What?
There's no.
That's part of my question. Direction.
Right?
Continue.
If you run in life and you don't have a direction, depression is inevitable.
This guy is in the spirit.
Yes, we are always in spirit. Depression is inevitable because you will always have that feeling that, what am I really doing? Who am I here for exactly? When it will even pain you past is when you can see other people.
By scaling what you're trying to do.
Right?
Am I a
Am I just a with your eyes? They get so it's really possible. But Justin Ben and Mine has really done justice to those things. When you feel depressed like this, try to speak to those those that you even know that are in that phase, that are walking through that phase. Yeah. Right? Because the truth is that when you move around with people who have some certain mindset, with those who are like-minded, those who are purpose-driven, those who have directions for their life, trust me, it's going to rub off on you.
Yeah, true.
Like, you want to learn how to speak now. The way Abimbola speaks, the way she's so confident on the camera. If you speak to her, I mean that's a compliment as well. If you speak to her and you roll with her, every time she comes on set, you're always watching the way she does. It will rub off on you.
True.
And you just receive that corridor. I feel do this thing now. And you won't know when you begin to express yourself that way. So that's also important. Yeah.
Dami.
So yeah, I agree.
You always agree.
Not finding your purpose.
Dami always agrees.
She agrees and brings the pass.
Okay,
Not
let's
finding
go.
your purpose also leads to depression now. Like I've been through it, I'm going through it, and by the grace of God, I'll be over it.
Amen. Amen.
So like, you know now, my mates graduated I graduated my mate last year. Like, this is September 2022. It's over a year, and I'm still at home. I'm not going for service and stuff like that. So like, even if I want to achieve my purpose, if I apply for work now, because this is the job I want, this is my job, this is what I want. They're telling me I should bring like 5 years experience. Please,
Where will you get 5 years experience?
Some will tell me they need me to be a copper, or I should have saved something like that. So like things like that. Even when you found your purpose, sometimes you might have financial issues now.
Yeah, true.
And you might not even have any backup, someone to help you. And your friends too might not have good friends. So it's like you that you're doing your YouTube channel now. What if this is your purpose and you don't have people to help you share your YouTube channel? So like, it leads to depression.
Yeah, it does. It does. So moving on, you guys, do you think social media plays a role in actualizing one's purposes? But hey, be mindful of your answers because social media has both positive and negative effects. And to me, according to my perspective, I feel the negative effect outweighs the positive effect. So what's your take on that question?
So personally, the only social media I have now on my phone right now is Instagram. And I use Instagram like once in a while.
You are not even active.
So I'm not like exactly. So because of my guys, there's a reason why I did that. At some point in time, I had like all the social media. I did a lot of things, but I realized that I was becoming, I
can relate.
Yeah, so, and I began comparing myself to
Oh my God. This is so apt.
like I was like,
This is so apt.
So I do music, I do this thing. I'll see someone that will come that is way younger than me, or someone that's
And they're doing so
they're like,
good.
okay, all you're doing is
Bro.
that's right. So
Bro, you be my junior.
exactly. So what happened was that, and then the thing is, another reason why social media to me I don't really rate it, because the only social media like I rate proper is YouTube. I'm not even lying. Like that's the only thing, because you learn there are social medias that you go to and then you can gain a lot from it. So,
There's nothing you want that you can't find.
exactly. So the problem now is the time wastage. Like I can go on YouTube and spend 6 hours, and out of that 6 hours I've gained something that would
Transform your life
for the next 20 years. But I can go on
Instagram
and spend 30 minutes, just 30 minutes, and
And
then
be depressed
my
for life.
IQ or my has dropped. So it's social media is very picky. So you have to like be intentional about it. If you know that your social media is not bringing you money, if you know that your social media is not
Guy.
bringing connections or networking or someone, bro, what are you doing there? What, like the reason why I
totally agree with you.
I have to restore my Instagram because I have a photography page and I'm just trying to,
You know.
I'm just trying to push it small. But that kind of thing is, all I'll do is I would be spending my time watching people's lives, people achieving their dreams and their goals, making money from the app, and I'm here.
God, I want to be a baller.
Exactly. I don't want to be a mechanic, but bro, you have to be line of the mechanism. So it's like that. So I feel like you need to like set boundaries in life. You have to set boundaries for everything. So you can have social media, but then what does it do for you? It's personal. Does it distract you from your goals? Does it waste your time? So that's it. You have to gain something from it.
Yeah, essentially, there has to be something to gain. Even the people that we say we look up to, they take social media break.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, some of my mentors
Do you ask yourself why? They are there. No, they are making the money, but they decide to take. They just put message on black background.
Pressure.
Till I see you guys again, but I'll be right back. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Is it like?
And they don't do. Before you hear from them again, probably like more. Some of them can take a whole year. So your sanity is important. And if social media is not helping you in any way, what are you doing? Find a hustle. Because the people that you are seeing on that social media is their hustle. They are fulfilling their purpose. And you are there. Okay, makes sense. There's nothing bad in liking and commenting. But you're helping somebody to fulfill his own purpose. What about you, bro?
What have you done with your life?
You call. A lot. See. Funny enough, this social media influencers, these content creators, they make millions of money. Yeah. But it did not start in one day. It did not start in one day. When will your own one day starts?
Straight bullet.
I rest my case there.
Justin steady throwing straight bullets. I'm sorry if you hit you. It's so intentional. Nicholas, over to you.
What I think about the social media space, I really feel, I feel like in as much as it has a negative part.
Okay, now I want you to talk about it from your own aspect.
Exactly,
what you do.
Exactly.
You need social
media.
media.
That's where I'm coming from this. Okay. That's where I'm coming from this perspective. So I'm a content creator, and actually there are times that I literally go on breaks because I know that at this moment I just have to really go back and charge up and get better and come back again. Right?
Definitely.
And there's so much negativity everywhere, not just on social media, it's everywhere literally. Especially if you are living in Lagos. That's not what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. So really, what I just think is that even if you run like Justin Ben and Mine has said it already, you have to know if it pays you to stay there, right? So
That's how they waste.
So you prevent unwanted.
Let's not even talk about how much you spend on data alone.
You get
In this Lagos.
MTN is after my life.
Let's not talk about it, please.
Because the thing is that the amount of data some of us have spent on that social media, it can actually start up your business.
Bro.
And help your life. But there's also a part for those who are doing it to get better in their skills, to put themselves outside and all of that. And everything all boils down to, really, I just think everything just boils down to what you want to be. So if you're on the social media space, don't follow people who are insensitive. Don't follow people that are not looking like where you want to go to. Put in your front what you want your life to be like.
It's a mirror of reflection,
right?
Exactly. No, Nicholas, that hits me.
Sincerely, put in your front what you want your life to be like. If you do that, you will see that even if you are online, there's really no much space for bad things to influence you. Right? Because you know that the people you are speaking to are showing you their process, not just a fake life and filters and all of that. That's what, no verse. English sometimes they hard. But really, to be honest, it's not just about that. They're also showing you their process. I love something just Ben said. He said, you see some of those people you follow, some of them will just come. I have this mentor of mine as well. He will just come, he just be like, I'm going offline, going for spiritual maintenance, and I'll be like, that's a message on its own. That I should not just be killing myself just to give and give and give. Also get charged because you are giving. Because if you keep giving, you will get drained. If it costs you that you shouldn't be on the media space for a while, it's fine.
Take a break.
You're not gonna die.
You will die.
Exactly. Just put in front of you what you want your life to be like. And it's really good.
I give it to you, Nicholas. I give it to you. Dami, over to you.
So like you said, data is not expensive.
Bro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No jokes.
I bring to you the fact that
That no be strong again.
MTN. If you are buying MTN data of 500 naira before, it was, it's 2.5 500 naira, but now it's not 550.
Bro.
Pick your poison. You know what you're doing with your data. So, like they always say, there is good in evil and there is evil in good, whatever. So pick your poison. There are other social media platforms you can use that will fetch you, whatever you want, like LinkedIn now. So you can use it to search for work and do some things. You can also like project your work to the world on that platform.
I just feel like if you're not getting anything from this social media, just delete it. Please.
Exactly.
Please just
you
delete
don't have to be on every social media.
You don't have to be on every.
Bro. And now with the way Instagram is operating, they'll just bring the things that you don't even want to see. Like I didn't pay to see this. I don't want to see them.
So I don't remember following this person.
Like how?
Why am I seeing their stuff?
It's because their purpose they are calling is to create for you.
So I just feel like you guys, if it's not paying off, if it's not adding any value to your life, take a break from it. Delete it. Thank you so much.
Comedy is also value, Sha. So you can be on social media.
Not all comedy, Sha.
Not all comedy, but some comedy is also value.
That being said, you guys, we all know we need direction in life. Now, in a situation where we do not have people to direct us on what path to take or how to go about achieving our callings, actualizing our dreams, actualizing our purposes, what do we do? Like, see, I want you guys to know that all fingers are not equal. Some people do not have good families. They do not even have the opportunity to make friends, not to talk of having good friends. So, and in this life, we need people. We need people. At one point or the other, we need people. If you do not have these people to direct you on what path to take, what do you do?
There's an adage that says, if you want to hide something from an African man, just put it in black and white, as put it in the book. The greatest minds, the greatest ideas, you can find them in books. Not everybody knows the right answer to give. But when you put something in writing, you are able to scrutinize it. Like for example, if you have a plan, that's why people always say if you have a plan, write it down. Because when you write it down, you see where it's wrong. So those things they're already arranged. So if, for example, you don't know what to do with the direction, go and check online. Just say what can I do? Books that speak about this stuff, and then read up. When you read up, it opens your mind. So when the problem comes to you, the truth is Nigeria is a battleground.
Big one.
In Nigeria, people are suffering because you see someone who's not as talented, who's not as educated as you,
and they are doing so good
abroad, and they will make bank like money. All they just need to do is, hey guys, hey guys, they made their money. But you are here thinking about strategy, thinking about things that will really edify people. But you know, it's difficult because the country is like it's trying to choke you up. So what you can do to escape that is get books, things that are beyond our country.
So I would say getting the right information is automatically a direction.
Getting the right information is automatically a direction. Justin Ben.
2022. Check it.
Stop.
Yeah, so I actually agree with what both of them have said. Mine said something already about reading, about studying. That's a source where you can actually get direction if you don't have people who are sensitive enough around
to give you direction.
To give you that direction.
Yeah.
And if you are watching this video, as long as you are watching this video, it means you have a phone. It means that you can do data on your phone, right? So yeah, YouTube videos can actually help you as well. People were saying something, there's literally nothing that you can't find on YouTube. Just search for it.
Absolutely.
Right? Technology is actually a blessing and not just a curse, like Mine said.
So it's very important that you remember your maker. You can just say a word of prayer. Holy Spirit help me, Holy Spirit help me. And you need to hear, listen, observe, and use the signs that you see.
So lastly, guys, people give up so easily these days. Why is that, and what do you think is the solution to it?
Okay. There's something that was said before. If you don't know where you're going to, it always seems farther. Like for example, now if you are going to a new place, maybe you're taking me to your house, it will seem far because I'm not used to the place. But when I keep going there, it becomes shorter because I have destination. The moment you know where you're going, you keep on striving because you know that today I'm getting closer. Today I'm getting closer.
Yeah,
today I'm getting closer.
you keep getting closer.
You just first need to know, like properly, where you're heading to and what you want to do. So
over to you, Justin.
Okay. Know who you are. Believe in yourself.
yeah.
Don't always seek validation.
I've said this
Gas yourself.
countless times.
That was one of my daily dose of energy, and I said, if somebody doesn't blow your trumpet, do your parara.
Blow it loud and clear.
Because it gets to a time you're doing great, but
Yes.
you don't get any credit.
It happens,
It
actually.
happens. So what
I
do
can
you do?
relate.
Would you give up? I know I am doing.
I
I've
know.
improved. Like I can check myself yesterday, and today there's improvement. That's
Wow.
something good.
Yeah.
Instead of you, nobody don't tell me say I did do something great. Let me say I did rubbish, and I want to give up. No.
Don't do that.
No. Know who you are. Tell yourself you are worth it. Believe in yourself. Hype yourself. Be your own hype man. Your own hype woman. See, always tell yourself that you can always get better than this.
Every
And
day.
that thought of giving up will not come in. Thank you.
Wow. Justin.
And Mine has already done justice to this. Justin Ben.
Justin.
So they've done justice to this, and I'll just mention two things. Firstly is that what causes depression or discouragement in the journey, firstly is because of there's no end. There's no picture of what the end is going to look like. So you're running a YouTube page, for instance. Now, to what end is it? What are you trying to achieve? What do you see that the future is going to really be like when you do this YouTube page? Am I just doing it for just a short time and all of that? So when there's an end, when there's an end goal, when there's a picture, it gingers you more even when you're discouraged, right? Sometimes you feel really down, but it gingers you more. For instance, now, quick analogy. If I tell you that you're going to be able to work for me for 5 days, and at the end of that 5 days, I'm going to pay you 100K, you will keep coming, right?
Exactly.
Right?
You will-
Why?
I want the 100K.
Why?
You want the money, of
100K.
course.
And
yeah.
why? Because you have already
Yeah,
seen
like
it that
this 5 days,
before the 5 days, you have the picture into your head that
This one,
at the end of these 5 days, like this.
20,000.
And they collect this
Do you
money.
get? So that's an end goal.
Yeah.
You know where the end is.
Yeah.
So try as much as possible to have an end picture, know where it's going to, and know towards goal. In as much as you're writing your vision, you know your purpose, you know your calling and all of that, know the end goal. And the second thing is that one thing we really need to learn in this journey is we should permit time to do his own thing.
Yes, I feel like we
Right.
want to get the result too fast, like sharp,
And
and then we can't wait to just get that result.
Exactly. And that's because we are in a fast generation. There's fast food, we have goals, we have everything. Everything is
Everything
fast.
quick.
I feel
And then
you.
we want to do that with
100%.
our own destiny. It's not possible, right? You can't try to fast track a time that you didn't make. Right? You can't fast track it. It's not possible. So there's just a time in your life. I love something Joseph Ben said. It's not that what you are doing is not good.
It is.
It's not that the works
actually.
are not good. It's not that they are not fine. It's not that you are not doing well. But it's just that you just have to allow time to do it. And at the end of that time, that season of your life, then you see the result. So I know it's easier said than done. Right?
I'm a psychologa.
Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ló wà o.
Exactly. So just let time do this. Let time
Dami,
Yeah.
over to you.
So normally, yeah, now we'll give up fuck up.
Bro, preach
Don't
sis,
give up.
preach sis, preach sis, preach sis.
So don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe God has not opened that chapter of your life yet.
And those of you that usually consider committing suicide, it's not an option. Hell is real. Normally, you don't know. Once you commit suicide, so you rest up. You don't know, maybe you're going to hellfire. Hell is real.
No, of course, you can't
Sure.
commit suicide. I'm
Don't
not
commit
So
suicide.
you're not even going to rest.
You're not going to
Why
rest.
not just keep pushing?
You're not going to rest. Devil does not want peace, so violence always. Period.
Thank you so much for coming on my show, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys don't know how I feel right now. I feel like I made the right choice by bringing you guys on my show. Thank you so much for making out time. Justin, thank you for
I love
coming.
you guys.
Mine, thank you for
Many
coming. Nicholas, thank you for coming. Debbie X, Dami of Lagos.
You know the vibe. You know the vibe.
If you watched this video till this point, you are definitely here to stay. So why haven't you subscribed to my channel? Please kindly subscribe if you haven't. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified whenever I drop my content. And please give this video a big thumbs up. Like this video, share this video with your loved ones. And, stick around for more amazing content that's coming your way. I really appreciate you guys for your support so far. And I absolutely love you guys so much. There's nothing you can do about it. I love you so much. Take it from me. Until next time, be well and have a good day. Bye.